dams have been pulled down at some point in time.
Then I got mad as hell. I cussed at God. I got mad.
You feel very nice. There's just nothing you can do. And nothing was going to help.
Police hope that evidence at the scene lead them to Julie's killer.
You play by the rules. But things happen. Prices climb faster than your paycheck. And every month, a new series.
So it's going to be Cash for the Matrix. Reacting to a video from Flocko. MJ, getting fined by this Israeli mafia dude named Jack Gordon, who was married to Latoya Jackson. And that's how those PDF allegations got put on him. So we're going to get right into this. Before we do, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you follow the socials, Twitch, Kids, Discord, IG, One Group. Hit that notification bell. Let's get into it.
They list with the MJ name in the list and shit like that, bro. Whole time they met house shopping. Hey, shout out to Flock because they try to throw MJ list with the MJ name in the list and shit like that, bro. Whole time they met house shopping. He didn't even go to that island, bro. They set MJ up and called him a PDF and shit, bro. They set him up because he owned half of Sony. He had a company named ADL. And he didn't own the Beatles. He owned half of Sony, which was the Beatles, a bunch of groups. But let's get into it.
Very secret meeting in Tel Aviv between some powerful music industry executives and an entertainment manager that had ties to Michael Jackson and his family. In this meeting, they were concocting a plan to destroy Michael Jackson and force him to give up some very powerful assets that they wanted to own all for themselves.
Tommy Mottola.
As I've said on so many occasions, Michael Jackson was a business genius. He was a genius.
Facts.
He wasn't just a musical genius.
Nope.
Michael Jackson mastered all aspects of the music industry. Remember when Eminem dissed him and he bought Eminem's catalog? Michael Jackson bought Eminem's catalog when he dissed him. Mike was gangster. And Mike was murdered because when Michael Jackson purchased the Beatles catalog, that automatically made him 50% owner of Sony Records. All right.
Okay.
Sony Records never forgave Michael Jackson for buying the Beatles catalog. They wanted the Beatles catalog back. So what did they do? They sabotaged Michael Jackson's last album, Invincible, which automatically put Michael Jackson into debt. They wanted Michael Jackson to satisfy his debt by giving up the Beatles catalog. And Michael said, no, I'm going to go on tour. Everybody wants to see me again. I'm going to go on tour, make this money, pay all off. And Michael Jackson made a mistake. He came back to LA to practice at the Staples Center, where another assassinated black celebrity, Kobe Bryant, used to play. And they murdered Michael Jackson. And that black doctor was made the fall guy. He only went to jail for a couple years. He's out now.
He was hard. He niggas like that are fake. They send niggas in. They send niggas in and knock niggas off in different ways.
And he's going to live happily ever after for keeping his mouth shut about how the music industry murdered Michael Jackson. And also keep in mind, Art, Michael Jackson was brought up on pedophilia charges as soon as he entered a bid by Marvel Comics. Michael Jackson was going to
I never knew that.
The owner of Marvel Comics.
He was a complete directory control of Marvel. Imagine Michael Jackson on behind Marvel. They don't want Michael Jackson in control of the cult. That was going to be a problem. Because, you know, Michael Jackson was tapped in with the spiritual realm. Yo, bro, then think about this. Who else had a case in 2009? Well, they said Epstein had it in 2006, but it was around 2006, 2009. Epstein was fighting that case in 2009. So that's a good way to distract the people. Oh, MJ, this, and this. Whole time Epstein fighting this case, and nobody knew Epstein was in 2009 unless you were going down the deepest rabbit holes. And you on Alex Jones type time, and they probably the only people that knew the niggas was. But Ghislaine Maxwell, shit like that. Well, if you was in a conscience, you probably knew who they was, but you probably didn't too, because a lot of niggas was on the African tip back then too. Shout out to my Africans though. But you made this bid. What kind of name is it? Fuck is y'all talking about?
If Michael Jackson would have produced a Black Panther movie. Imagine if Michael
would have been
Jackson
better than
would've
that
produced a Black
bullshit
Panther
we
movie.
got.
The white power structure of America didn't want Michael Jackson owning Marvel Comics, so they set it up for him to be accused of sexual molestation. And remember, one of the white boys who he was accused of touching
He admitted
went
that
on one of them
it
talk
didn't
shows, what was
happen.
it, about 3 years ago? And what did he say? Michael Jackson never touched us.
A lot of people don't understand how deep these Michael Jackson accusations go. Like when they first came out with these accusations, they didn't have enough support to throw Michael Jackson under the bus. They didn't have enough support to turn people against Michael Jackson and go after
Bro, they
Michael
said he was
publicly.
hanging.
They were able to get the
babies
world
off-
turned on
yeah.
Michael Jackson
Okay.
in hopes of getting Michael Jackson to finally sell and relinquish his assets with the help of Jack Gordon. Now, Jack Gordon was an ex-felon turned entertainment manager who
Oh,
had
wow.
ties to the Israeli mafia. He had ties to organized crime.
Wow.
Now, he was LaToya Jackson, Michael Jackson's sister's manager for some time before ultimately marrying her. Michael's entire family
you
stood in
sneaky
solidarity for
motherfucker.
Michael's innocence, including LaToya. They were adamant that Michael was
That's how
innocent.
they get
People
in
were trying
too.
to
That's how
frame
they
him.
get in. Through your sister, your then thought ass sister, thought ass cousin.
Ketchup Glizzer merch is out now, man. I got the white colors coming soon, but so far we got the black tap man, we got medium.
The public believed that Michael Jackson was innocent. That's until they got LaToya to flip.
That's a sister,
Jack
right?
Gordon got LaToya to flip. You see, Jack Gordon took LaToya to Israel, to Tel Aviv for a business meeting. Before she went to Israel, LaToya
dirty
Jackson
Diana.
was doing public interviews saying her
Nah, let me
brother
stop
was
fucking around.
innocent.
That was
Went to Israel for a business meeting. On that trip, an impromptu press conference was scheduled. LaToya Jackson, for the first time during that press conference, said that Michael Jackson was guilty.
what?
She's seen Michael Jackson do harm to kids.
Oh wow.
She knows Michael Jackson has a problem, and Michael Jackson is 100% guilty of everything he's being accused of.
I
She got
must tell you
paid
that this is very difficult for me.
That Michael is my brother. I love him a great deal, but I cannot and I will not be a silent collaborator of his crimes against small innocent
Wow.
children. And if I remain
Say
silent,
without no glasses.
then that means that I feel the guilt and the humiliation that these children are feeling, and I think it's very wrong. I have seen checks payable to the parent of these children. And I don't know if these children were apparently bought to the parents by Michael or not, but I have seen these checks. And I've seen these checks through my mother. She showed me these checks that Michael had written to these children, and it's for a great amount. And I'm not speaking pennies. The sums are a very, very large amount. And this is my first time talking about it, and I never wanted to speak about it. I never wanted to say anything.
Listen, I'm not denying that Michael Jackson brought kids to his house. You feel me? But I don't think Michael Jackson was touching kids, bro. You feel me? I'm pretty sure that the parents were there when Michael Jackson was with these kids, bro. Now, that whole era was, so I'm not putting nothing past, no, I'm not saying Michael Jackson, but we know for sure that the kids said that nothing happened. The fact that we even questioning this shit still is how you know they really did some bullshit, because you really got these evil motherfuckers that's doing this shit behind closed doors, and they getting off and they doing everything more than what y'all think, Babylon rituals. And they wanted to try to out Michael Jackson. They wanted to try to demonize Michael Jackson because, first of all, the image that he represented was almost of an angel. So now you turned him into a demon, a devil. Sometimes y'all the true devils. They lying to us, deceiving us. All I gotta say is that, you know how many high vibrational things Michael Jackson gave us? And I don't believe that shit, bro. I don't believe he was trying to get off with a kid. If anything, now, a lot of people say, well, I believe he was just mentally challenged a little bit. If anything. But that's like, oh, that's too many excuses. You know? But this shit just crazy. Like, how can your own sister turn on you like this, bro? For some money? You a dirty stinking, rotten motherfucker, bro. That's why family, all skin folk and kin folk, don't trust that shit. That shit don't mean nothing because somebody your family, bro. I've been learned that shit. His own sister frying his ass. And it ain't like she was saying he was innocent last week. It's different if she was from the beginning saying my brother's guilty. Now you gonna switch up after you go meet with some weird motherfuckers, bro, because they threaten your life. They probably ain't threaten her life, bro. They probably just offered her some money with her.
Thinking about it, but I think it's sad
Stupid
because
ass.
I am a victim myself and I know what it feels like. And these kids are going to be scarred for the rest of their life. And I don't want to see any more innocent small children being affected this way. I love Michael very dearly, but I feel even more sorry for these children because they don't have a life anymore. They stop and you think for 1 second and you tell me what 35-year-old man is going to take a little boy and stay with him for 30 days and take another boy and stay with him for 5 days in a room and never leave the room. How many would take little kids and do that are 9, 10, 11 years old?
Before that trip, she was 100% adamant her brother was innocent, lockstep with her family. During that trip,
I never even heard
her
that clip.
story
That's why I
changed,
just reacted
and
like
all of a
that. I
sudden her
never
brother
heard her
did
talking
everything
like
they
that.
were accusing him
I
of.
don't even know who that was.
So what exactly changed? Because that press conference wasn't scheduled before she got there. It was
Exactly.
scheduled during that trip. It was impromptu.
And how
So
come
apparently
when
Sony
you
AT
play Michael Jackson, the kids, they immediately dance, get happy. Every kid loves Michael Jackson. So how is he a predator, bro? You feel me? Well, you can't say that because a lot of people that make shit that the children love and they whole time they weird. Like Nickelodeon and shit. It's fun. But like, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know. He shouldn't have been around no damn kids to get your ass caught up like this anyway. Michael Jackson. Even if he wasn't doing nothing, bro, you know how these people play, bro. But like I said, Mike was a childhood actor. That nigga was on Orlando Brown timing, bro. He was just as crazy as Orlando Brown, bro. He wasn't a regular nigga. Gotta go to work. Slave. America's a fucking scam.
and some powerful industry execs met with Jack Gordon. And they told Jack Gordon what needed to be done, right? They paid him to get LaToya Jackson to flip on Michael Jackson.
Oh, wow.
Jack Gordon took the payment. Now we found out afterwards but Jack Gordon told LaToya she had no choice, right? She either is going to get beaten and murdered or else she's going to come and do this press conference and say what she has to say about Michael Jackson, in which she did. Right? Yo, Jack Gordon was not a guy to be played with. Jack Gordon was a career criminal.
Yeah.
And Jack Gordon was not just engaging in petty crime. No, in 1979, Jack Gordon tried to bribe the commission of like the Nevada Games, right, to allow him to add like 2 new games to the casino. So he was trying to bribe him for like $12,000. The dude said,
hey,
"Okay,
I believe that. I believe that." They was actually coming up to you, like back in the day, they was letting you know, like even with the Diddy shit, like hey, you speak on Diddy, you gonna come up missing. No bad, like a life don't cost that much, especially with no cameras, no iPhones and FaceTime and everyone recording shit. Even these days, people are still getting grabbed. But back then, you gotta think about she a small little girl too, so it's like okay, she might can get security or Michael, they trying to get me. Michael ain't gonna protect her. She's just gonna end up dead. I mean, Michael probably will protect her, Nation of Islam or something, but at the end of the day, you'll hire the Nation of Islam, you'll hire somebody to protect her, and the Italian mob know the people that you're hiring because they really in this shit. And they get you whacked. The nigga that's supposed to be protecting her is gonna be the nigga who usher her to get kidnapped. Cause she ain't a man, so she can't just walk around with move on her. And even if you is a man or you ready to, you enable to fight, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm speaking the truth. They'll just pop up 2-3 deep, bro. They was getting into bump outs in broad daylight with William B. Cooper, the DEA agents and shit. It's in the book. It's in the book, Beheld the Pale Horse, bro. Bro, this nigga was getting in a bump outs. He was getting a bump outs with CIA agents and shit. That shit was crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? In the 80s and 90s, they just trying to fry niggas like that? He up and blink on agents. This nigga was gangster as fuck, bro. That's my favorite part.
Come, let's do a meeting, bring the 12,000. So they recorded everything. The minute Jack Gordon pulled out the $12,000, the FBI stepped in and Jack Gordon got arrested. He did like 6 months in prison. 2 years later, in 1981, the Nevada commissioner, his wife had a bomb placed on her car and her car blew up while the car was parked. It's rumored that Jack Gordon did that.
Right.
This dude was nobody to play with. He had ties to organized crime. So now eventually Latoya Jackson was able to get away and tell the truth. And she said that Jack Gordon is who put her up to lie on Michael Jackson. And for some reason, she don't know why, she can't put her hands on it, why Jack Gordon hated Michael Jackson so much. It's because Jack Gordon was in bed with industry execs.
Such an abusive relationship. The things that went on that the world had no clue that was going on. And he promised me if I tried to escape or get away or didn't do what he wanted or asked me to do, that he would kill me.
Damn.
And he was very adamant about it. I knew that that's exactly what he would do.
Right.
So I figured if I can escape this and get away, then other people can do too, because you're in a situation where you feel that you cannot get away from that. And I don't know what it is, but I think they get to your self-esteem.
You accuse Michael of being a...
Yes.
But I cannot and I will not be a silent
I ain't gonna lie to you though. If your brother, you ain't willing to die for you, I mean, we all different humans, but I feel like some sisters would be like, man, you gonna have to kill me. You feel me? I'm not saying she was supposed to do that, but damn, what if she would have stood on her brother's integrity then? Like, this motherfucker trying to kill me. This motherfucker trying to do this. She like, fuck y'all. Fuck the people. Fuck the message. I'm about to save my own life. I don't blame her. She saved her own life. Now I understand. She's a woman. You know, women, when men get all aggressive, and it's just like the UPS video. I'll give you anything. I'll give you anything, please. Like, as soon as women, like, that's their escape mechanism. Like, I noticed this, like, whenever I'm walking in the store, I'm walking quick. I pop up and there's a woman there. Shit, they try to do a smile real quick. They try to do, but it ain't because they're saying hi and they're trying to be nice, because they're trying to get the fuck away from you. Like, women are trying to make it, because as soon as they get away from you, the smile fade off. And I'm like, oh, that's their protection. Women smile like men. They like a weird did that just to protect herself. I'm like, bro, I ain't worried about you. Little Stephanie, get your ass on, Stephanie. You feel me? Walking out the grocery store and shit. Because especially when they don't see me, I could tell they got scared as fuck that I just popped up on their shit. But it's not because I'm popping up on them, it's just I'll be walking and doing my thing. But I move quick. So I'll be on you. You don't even know. I just walk past at the back. You be like, oh, I mean, I didn't know he's right there. Yeah. Slither face. I always doing that shit. I seen this nigga. I'm going off topic, but that nigga Slancito, bro. That nigga, he saw a nigga doing this shit and he got hella mad. He like, that's just funny as hell, bro. Oh my God, I'm going off topic though. Y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about.
collaborator of his crimes.
Gordon gave me this piece of paper and he says, read this. He goes, you better say this. You say this.
Jack Gordon forced you to say that your brother was a pedophile. Did you think he was?
No, I did not. The courts have proven that too as well.
Why did Jack Gordon want you to say that your brother was a...
He had this hatred towards my brother that I can never explain to you why it was.
Just to make things very clear, you recanted your accusation. Are you sure today that your brother never had any undue relationship with a child?
Barbara, Michael is not. He is not.
He is not a...
No, he's not.
I chuckle when these internet creators and influencers come online and say the Matrix is after me.
Yeah, the Matrix ain't after you,
You know,
nigga.
the powers that be is
Nigga,
after
they
me.
ain't worried about you. You don't got no emotion, nigga. Michael Jackson had real motion. Niggas be like, oh, even that, oh, I'm shadow banned. Nigga, nobody worry about your dumb ass. Oh, they did this to me, bro. They took this from me. Nigga, you don't own these platforms, nigga. Oh, bro. That's why I be like, niggas like Rashad Jamal is stupid. That's how I be like, I'm not putting that shit past, because he wasn't that powerful. Oh, he's waking people up. That nigga was saying shit that was already out there. He was just going viral off shock value. And he was the first 607 content, nigga. He was deep. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of you niggas is name yourself after him, all this shit. I understand that shit, bro. But as soon as I figured out he got all that shit, once I found out who Malachi Z York was, all of his knowledge was not mystical no more. And I'm not saying I'm follow Dr. Malachi. It's just like, oh, you pulled this from somebody. I'm thinking he know all this shit just cause he know. I'm like, damn, this nigga know hella shit. Whole time I had to figure out about Young Pharaoh and Dr. Malachi. I'm like, this nigga just a combination of Malachi and Pharaoh. No cap. You got the young nigga energy, but you really older than Pharaoh. You older than us, but you trying to act like you still young. When I'm 33, I ain't finna be like, oh, I'm young. He kept popping that shit too much. But I'm telling y'all, when a nigga was like, when I seen the live with the baby mama, and she was like, the kid came up to her and was like, yeah, woo. I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not just I can't just not believe that. She's saying the kid walked up to her in the room and said he did something to me. And then when she said that his previous relationship shit was happening, right? The reason why I like to bring this shit up, because a lot of people, bro, y'all be like, oh, the government taking all our leaders. No, the leaders taking their fucking self out. Now, was it really shit going on in the 90s and the 80s and 60s and 70s with COINTELPRO and shit? Yes. But a lot of these niggas was doing goofy shit too. Because you got to think about it. Even if Malachi Z wasn't doing no weirdo shit, his son Jacob York was doing shit. People around him, even if Rashad Jamal didn't do this shit, people around him was doing this shit. People around him was dying. People around him in his group was going crazy. Even that situation with the sword shit, and he was like, I never told nobody delete their mom or nothing like that. Nigga, I remember it was lives when he was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. My family, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm detached from all that. He ain't say nothing about deleting them or nothing, but he was like, I don't give a fuck who you is, nigga. You feel me? I don't even trust nobody. Even like, and I understand when he said that shit, but a lot of niggas will take that and be like, you right. I don't trust nobody. I can't fuck with nobody. Mom, you might be an entity. Mom, you're a demon. Ugh, you feel me? Like, I didn't say this shit back then because I didn't want to put the energy on him, but everything that nigga tried to like not take accountability for, I watched that nigga do it. No cap. I watched that nigga talk about all type of shit. Cause he used to be on live just talking. So when a nigga took himself down, I'm like, bro, of course he's gonna go down. This nigga was riding up to the jail with a fucking chopper. And I know it just went on the whole segment, but people be like, oh, how you gonna say MJ innocent, but Rashad Jamal innocent? Nigga, he is not on a level of Michael Jackson. I don't care what nobody say, even though he inspired me a lot, for sure, at the low vibrational state that I was in at the time. But then I realized, like, yo, there was other people putting this information out at a way better rate, a way less emotional state. And he's not the only person that's getting these fucking downloads. But he tried to perceive it to you so you could sell your $330 necklace and join his cult group, and all the Atlanta women give him that twat. Y'all some fucking dumbass bots. Then when I realized how stupid Atlanta is and where Black Hollywood at, and I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense why all this shit is connecting. I'm done with this video though, bro. I just went on this rant, bro. What Flacco doing? He just talking.
Trying to silence me. They don't know what silencing and coming after you mean. They don't know what it means when a matrix is after you. There's usually three things that happen, okay? They tell lies on you. They defame you. And if that don't work, they try to imprison you. And if that don't work, they kill you.
Everything.
That meeting was the
he
first
did talk about that, the three T's, the three T's.
Michael Jackson is a problem.
You talked about a lot of shit.
He's gaining a lot of assets. He owns a lot. One man can't be this powerful. He needs to go. And that was the first structural meeting to where they had a plan in place. Man, have his sister come out, man.
Right.
She just told you, this man pulled out a sheet for me to read. It was an impromptu conference I didn't even know was taking place. He told me, if I don't do that, I'm a goner.
Yeah, you're finished.
I'm out of here.
Tell who you want. We gonna get you.
What would make a man want to murder his wife, man?
Oh, that
because
was his wife. He was in
bed with work.
Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot that part. Oh, shit. Oh yeah. Now that make a lot of sense. Cause I'm like, bruh, what the fuck? You let this random cracker just get up on you like and threaten you and get scared? Like, bruh, you couldn't have. But now that his wife is more in-house, more close than what you think. He knows a lot about her. Like, that make a lot of sense. That's actually crazy, bro.
They're playing, bro. Yo, they needed this done.
Damn, but Michael Jackson was innocent though, bro. No cap.
Catch Up Glizzy merch is out now, man. I got the white colors coming soon, but so far we got the black tap man. We got medium, small, large. Lock in, man. $45 a shirt.
Tonight, rap.
Faces like this, there's that.
All right, y'all. So yeah, man. That was basically getting framed or whatever by Jack Gordon.
Only one way to answer that question. He's on death row.
I think the Julie's more peace. Maybe somebody can think I'm okay. But I do think that Julie is at peace because she knows her peace. But I believe that for my heart.
Flacco breaking it down. Basically, the toy coming out after Jack Gordon passed away, saying it was lies.
She did not feel like it was a big statement. No idea. Despite the evidence, the case can't be solved. We're working on
And then they try to put that on him, they take him out, and you heard her too. She said that she thinks he still got murdered and stuff. It wasn't just the doctor was the fall guy. So since the doctor being the fall guy, she said, the other people, the higher elites, people that really took him out are still somewhere.
She was really starting her life. She was a young.
So yeah, man, we're gonna be off to the next one. Appreciate Flacco and Cash Rules Matrix Live for the content.
She just didn't show up. She was a very responsible young woman. She was somebody that always showed up to work on time when nobody.
We're gonna be on to the next one. Make sure you hit that hype button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the notification bell for all the socials: Twitch, Kick, Discord, IG, Rumble, TikTok, and we out.